to look for a job when I was in Luxembourg. And this showed me that actually, because it was during the period when Romania was not yet a member of the European Union, it showed me that it was really a very difficult market because of the visa issues. So I was actually too qualified for the market, and in addition I needed this extra visa. So this made my situation really difficult to find a job. And when I finished my MBA, I thought, okay, why not try to do something on my own, because I was the only one with a certain very particular set of skills. And this is what I did. I started my company, it evolved, I adapted the activities based on the customer's needs, and it got successful. So we just celebrated last week our 21st anniversary. So being in a different country than the one I was born in, obviously the biggest challenge was to have friends, to make new friends, to build a professional network, but also a personal network. This was really the biggest challenge, because the first couple of years I was going back and forth between Sibiu and Luxembourg. And so I was not really there, in Luxembourg with the idea to stay forever from the beginning. And so I wanted to find new friends, but being in a Luxembourgish institution, I was working at that time for the Luxembourgish government, the Ministry of Culture. It was really difficult to make friends, because all of my colleagues actually worked for the government and lived outside of the city. So I was in the city center. I could not make any friends. I was lucky to have found my first friends after like a month out of the 3 months that I spent there. And then everything got a little bit easier from the personal point of view. From a professional point of view, I would say the biggest challenge was even to create a company. It was not really something that I envisaged at the beginning, because it was very complicated. However, I found a solution, because I was able to open it in the UK and then to open a branch in Luxembourg. Then another challenge was actually to open a bank account, which is also a problem nowadays in Luxembourg. So you see, even more than 20 years later, things have not improved, unfortunately. So there are a lot of challenges when you don't really have that support group that your family support group, or the colleagues, and all these people that you grew up with and you could turn to when you have a challenge or you need help. So these were a little bit the challenges that I faced. And because I was overqualified for my age, I had already 2 master's degree, and Romania at that time was not part of the European Union, so we still needed, as Romanians, a working permit. It was very difficult to find a company which was ready to invest time and to pay me the salary for my qualifications. So that's why I thought, okay, let's try something in Luxembourg. Let's start my own company. I had already the experience of 2 other companies in Sibiu in Romania, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. When you are so young, there is nothing to lose. So it was really out of necessity that I went into this entrepreneurial journey. Being part of different non-profit organizations was really a key success factor. I joined very early in my career. So basically, when I opened the branch of my company in Luxembourg in 2004, I was already involved in the American Chamber of Commerce, in the British Chamber of Commerce, because I had a British company that I created in the UK and opened the branch in Luxembourg. So I was already very much engaged in these 2 professional chambers of commerce, and also it was also in 2004 that I joined. I co-founded the Women Entrepreneurs Association of Luxembourg, Femmes Chefs d'Entreprise, which is really the association representing, the voice of women entrepreneurs in Luxembourg. So being involved in these different organizations helped me with basically a lot, because it was my business network. Through these associations, I got my first referrals. I was able to build, to build my reputation, to build trust with potential customers, and to build my customer base, basically. And so it was really a key element in my career. If I had to choose just three set of skills, I would mention the digital skills, the marketing and PR skills, and organization of event skills. These have really, so I acquired them quite early. I mean, I did have some experience already from being engaged in non-profit associations during my studies. Actually, I started when I was 12 to be part of my first non-profit association called Books Friends. Through my involvement in these organizations, and also thanks to my MBA, I acquired the digital skills, and then I was able to test them, to develop them, to use them. I was very early, for example, using social media, because this was really something I was extremely at ease with these digital tools, because I was also able, for example, to do a complete website, platform, so all the IT, even though I don't come from this, I don't have an IT background, but this helped me to see very, very clearly the potential of digitalization. And this is why when I created Languages.lu, I have chosen this name, because I wanted to convey this message that we are using the online platforms, all the potential of online. And it was also for English speakers. That's why it's Languages.lu. And then the marketing and PR and organization of events. This is something that I've been using not only in associations but also in my business for everything. You need this kind of skills. So I think these three set of skills are essential also in nowadays economy. If I have to refer to both being of an international background and being an entrepreneur, I think the biggest lesson is lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is something that I truly believe in, and I recommend to everyone. I think, our society evolves, and we need to evolve with it. If you want to be competitive, to remain competitive, to grow professionally and personally, you always have to learn new things, be it for your business, be it for your professional development, be it for your mental health. So there is always something new to learn. But if I have to choose now just something related to being from an international background, what I've learned is that even though it's important to be customer-centric in your approach, you also have to really focus on your vision. To give you an example, when I started the language course for language camps for children during old school holidays, I actually did it for my nephew's needs. So it was something really tailored to his needs, because he was coming to visit me old school holidays. He was spending his time in Luxembourg, and so the needs were very clear. Learn new languages, improve, because this was just the first year that he learned, and then he was always improving his English, French, and German, while having fun and making new friends. This was very clear for me. This was the strategy that I set when I started this particular program. Then we had some Luxembourgish clients who wanted to send their children to our camps, but they said, no, actually, we would like you to focus on grammar, you know, on school, homework, grammar, exercise, etc. And I have to say that I consider it at a certain moment, but then I realize, okay, you have to learn how to say, no, this is not what we are trying to achieve here. So remain customer-centric, but know when you have to stop a project or to really stick to your initial strategy. Engaging in volunteering and non-profit organizations more generally is really brings you a significant advantage compared to other people who don't do it. Why? Because first of all, you have access to a network of people. It might be in a certain field. If you go to something specifically for migrants, or something specifically for ecology, or for pets, taking care of animals, etc., or flowers, or whatever. But you get to manage certain projects, little projects, and you learn to see how it goes from A to Z. Usually you can come up with a project and you say, okay, I would like to organize, for example, a charity event, and then you have to go from A to Z. And if you would go directly into a company and you need to go from A to Z, and you never did it before, and you are focusing just on the profits, it's really difficult to do it, because there are so many new things when you start a new company with no experience, and especially in a new country. So I really, really recommend going to a non-profit organization, trying to learn from the other people, trying to build, or expand your network, and acquire some skills like teamwork, like patience, perseverance, resilience. There's so many skills that you can actually acquire through volunteering work. And I think I'm an example of that. So I highly recommend to everybody who's new in Luxembourg to get involved in an association.